At the Pentagon Press Briefing, and this is Sabrina Singh. Her hand is not looking normal. We have looked at a lot of these videos before, and when these people walk in the room, they don't look completely human. They have a tendency to have like gray hands. Let me show you. Gray hands look like, see? Their hands turn gray. The top of their heads turn gray. And I'm thinking that it's because the Pentagon does AI to do their briefings, but surely there's it is AI. See, if you look right here, you can see the outline. The whole entire thing is outlined. You can see the outline of their hand where they are CGI. You can see the outline on this guy's head as he sit here. What you're looking at, I'm going to go out there on a branch. I am that this is an AI generated video with AI like characters, and the Pentagon has been, ramping up the AI. You see the gray nose, and this guy right here, he's got a gray head. His his leg is back there somewhere. Okay, that's what I want to say. His leg is somewhere back here, and we can't see it. You can't. So this is an AI Pentagon Press Briefing. It is. Let me, and you see that the people, they got their cell phones out and welcome. Everybody's always on their cell phone. See the whole total outline of her body right here too. Where is my pencil? The total outline, look at that. It's AI. And they said that they were going to start using more AI, and that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. Look at that, the outline on his head. He's doing his phone. He's got the outline right here. But that's okay, you all. This is Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh. You can see her name right there. And she's briefing the media at the Pentagon. She is a civilian she used to be Hillary Clinton's secretary. Then she was Kamala Harris' secretary. And now she is the Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary. Pentagon Press Secretary is who Sabrina is. And Sabrina used to be fun to look at. She did. But you know what happened? She couldn't answer questions. And so the AI came in, and now Sabrina with AI technology, her clone, she's able to answer all the questions that come for her. She don't have to say, I'll have to get back with you or anything like that. No, she don't got to. Greetings. Greetings, you all. Let's look how they come in. Let's look at, they already got a gray hand. He's got a gray hand holding this. This guy's hand is gray as he comes in too. This lady, I don't know what's happening with her, but sometimes when we have looked at this, they have looked like aliens, especially when they had the aliens setting in the seats. Are they fleeting the Anua? Oh, I thought you said Amua. The Anunnakis return. I don't think it's going to be the way people think it is. I really don't. It's not going to be what you think. Ooh, hold on a second. I want to see as they come in. You see part of his head is gray. As far as you know, they could be Anunnaki themselves. They truly could. They could be a life form, and they are right here. They're artificial intelligence is what they are. I wish we could slow it down, but there is really no way to slow down the Pentagon press briefings that they hold, and there's really no detail. They're not saying this happened on October the 24th. There is no information below what they're addressing or anything. There aren't, but that's okay, you all. We can look into it. What I can do is this right here. We can do this. Oh, shoot. He had to wipe his nose. He couldn't help it. Oh, man. See, this is not letting me do what I want it to do. It's not. I used to be able to touch this and then play it, but not anymore like I used to be able to. I think, let me see something. Okay, I think I got it. I got it now, you all. We got it. See him sitting here? He's got one gray hand. Of course, his hand is in his coat. He doesn't have a face. This guy still has a gray hand. And this is Sabrina. Her laptop, you can barely see if that is a laptop. You felt they were reptilians, though. Let's see. Come on. Oh, man, this is not going to cooperate with me. It isn't. It does not like to. Look at this guy as he reaches down. His hand is a little bit long, but it's all right, you all. We can look at it. I'm going to try to do this. The technology is increasing. It's becoming smarter, more sensitive to the movement with the mouse and things like that. Is he wiping his nose? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, truly. But when Sabrina starts talking, and see, they're all staring at their cell phones. Isn't it something how cell phones have literally took over everything, because a person has become one with the cell phone until one day they are more than just one with the cell phone. No, see, I can't get it going. I just can't get it going. I wanted to get Sabrina as she was up here, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be working for you, Gina. I know it doesn't. I wanted to get her going. I did. No. If you're just tuning in, hello and welcome. I want to skip to another part of this. If it can go there. If it can go there. If it can't go there, I guess I will not be skipping to it. She wears that outfit. Oh, see, now we got some people that look kind of real. We do. This guy looks kind of real right here. I don't know who he is, but he's, I didn't even see him in the room. I don't know who he is. He's probably talking about Iran, I'm sure. Because they do have people in there. See, this is Sabrina. Let's see what Sabrina has to say. If you've never heard Sabrina, you might want to hear what Sabrina has to say. Come on, Sabrina, honey. Tell them how it is. Let's tell them.
So again, you're seeing Secretary Blinken in the region. I don't have more to add to his comments, but we certainly haven't given up hope. It's something that this administration is going to continue to push for. Yeah.
Sorry, two questions. The first is that Harry S. Truman, which is supposedly on its way to the Middle East, is currently in the North Sea doing some stuff with the Arctic. So I was wondering what kind of message is that sending, that carrier strike group can take an extended period to go up to the high north instead of going straight to the CENTCOM area of response. And then second, the DoD IG report came out today about naval SEAL training following the death of Kyle Mullen, highlighting that the DoD nor the Navy SEALs have policies about sleep deprivation and PED testing. So I was wondering if the DoD is planning to create any policies as a result of that investigation.
Sleep deprivation for the naval SEALs is what they've got going on. Ugh. Oh, my nose is tickling. They want to know how come this one naval SEAL had.
Let me take the question on the investigation. In terms of the Harry S. Truman, first, let me remind you that in the CENTCOM AOR, we still have the Lincoln operating. The Truman, as I know folks track where our ships are moving, was always scheduled to do this exercise. It was a planned exercise. She is in the EUCOM AOR continuing to operate. I don't have any announcements to make on her movements other than that she could, continue to operate within the EUCOM AOR, which includes the Mediterranean. But it's important to remember that we've not only have the ABE operating in the CENTCOM AOR, we've augmented our airframes as well. And so, we have a lot of air power in the region, and of course, as you're tracking, we also have the THAAD battery, and that's in Israel. So, for more on the Harry S. Truman, I'd refer you to EUCOM or the Navy to speak to her movements, but I don't have anything to announce today.
Just to quickly follow up, Is there any concern about the straining of carrier strike groups since you're bringing in some from the Indo-Pacific area now? It seems that all of our East Coast ones are pretty much going deployment to deployment to deployment with.
Oh, wow. The East Coast groups are going to deployments, deployments, deployments. Are they saying that the East Coast naval ships that are positioned on the East Coast of the United States are being sent out? Is that what I just heard her saying? Yeah, with Sabrina's necklace. Hold on, Sarah, honey. They're talking about the ships on the East Coast. Let me hear what she had to say. 22, 25. Let me hear her.
You're bringing in some from the Pacific area now. It seems that all of our East Coast ones are pretty much going deployment to deployment to deployment with extensions. So is there any concern from the DoD that we're straining our sailors, we're straining our ships past what they can do?
Look, one of the Secretary's priorities is taking care of our people. It's something that he is always concerned about. If we are putting a strain on our apparatus or whether or any service, but these are decisions made in conjunction with the Joint Staff that he feels necessary to deploy carrier strike groups when appropriate. October 7th was something that we did not predict was going to happen. So we did have to surge new capabilities to the region, and you've seen us rotate those out as some carrier strike groups have had to be extended over time. Secretary completely knows and understands that folks have to come home. They have to see their families, and of course, that ship has to go through significant amount of maintenance. So it's absolutely something that's on the Secretary's mind. It's on our service chiefs' minds as well. And I think that's why taking care of our people is one of the Secretary's priorities.
I find this strange that she refers to, she didn't used to do this, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. I think that's his name. She used to say his name, Secretary Austin. She don't say it in this video right here. Does not say his name, which is kind of strange. You seen a necklace or line? No, there's no necklace on her. On Sabrina Singh, but you can see what she looks like right now. That's not a lovely picture of her. They're really good with their AI. Look how that microphone is not even moving, but you can see the microphone is not even connected. This is kind of like a telltale sign of artificial intelligence. She's artificial intelligent clone. And I believe the people in the audience are artificial intelligent clone too. And the whole setup is kind of artificial intelligence. With the Pentagon is, see, look how the red on her outfit is literally running through on the black of her outfit. It looks a little strange.
Welcome back.
Oh shoot. See her face? Oh, wow. Sabrina, honey, I have never seen you looking like this. I really have not. Oh, my goodness, Sabrina. If I didn't know better, I would say your right eye looks like a reptilian eye. Wow. Are you seeing Sabrina's eye? You know, the camera often pans out, but then it pans up. I got to take a picture of her eye because she's got a reptilian eye. It's got that slit in her eye. Oh, no, Sabrina, honey. That's just, yep, that's, it's as clear as day. Sabrina. Look at your eye, Sabrina. Whoa. It is a reptilian eye. Not to mention your clothes or the color is fading, but your eye looks reptilian. Ah. I've never seen a reptilian in person. I really haven't. But that eye on her. Yes, it's somewhat scaly. It does look kind of scaly. It does. Ah, let's see what happened when we did that. It kind of brought her face. Now, granted, the whole video is kind of pixeled, but still for her eye to do that, I don't know about that, Sabrina. I don't.
Thank you.
No, you know her eyebrows don't go up like that. What on earth? Ah, this is kind of wild. Yes, I saw the teeth. I saw her teeth. That is wild. Her whole face has changed. Really, what is on the side of it? It doesn't look like the reporter that is asking the questions. And that microphone is not connected either. It isn't. See the video description. The video description is Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina, your hand doesn't look right. Her eyebrows look like Spock. Yes, they do. They look like Spock. That's very good. She does kind of look like Spock now that you mention it. She does. She kind of looks like Spock on Star Trek. Sabrina, honey, what is up with you? She really does. And the microphone ain't even all the way there. You see what they look like at a distance? Hold on a second. And there's something wrong with this lady's head, too, that she's sitting there. She is a news reporter. Something's wrong with her head. And this guy, look at him. He's got gray hands. He's all messed up. He's got gray hands. He's all messed up. It's like the Pentagon doesn't do their press briefings anymore, more or less. But she looks really Spocky. She does look Spocky. I wish I could get that fixed. Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. It doesn't even look like her. It doesn't. You look at this shirt, it's got red on it too. You know, they do have the technology to take somebody's body and put a different face on their body. They do. They have that technology. They have the capability to be able to do stuff like that with the way that AI is. They do. Let me see if we can see her. See her looking. Everybody else. Come on, Sabrina. Wow. Yeah. That facial deformities and stuff is a real thing, but they say it's a neurological disorder that people have. But she ain't looking too fine. She used to be really pretty, but this does not do her justice. She got white
Regarding
face.
the leak,
They had a leak. Uh-oh. He's talking about a leak. Look at her face now. Regarding the leak. The Pentagon leak.
we know that the Secretary
Shoot. I'm just going to have to put it in full screen because this thing keeps wanting to bounce around. And that's all right. I guess I'll have to do this. She's going to... Because it won't let me.
of Defense and Minister Gallant spoke. We never got any details. No
They didn't get no details of people who... But look, her head is not all the way there. Her head is halfway off her head. Look at the line there. She's not fully present. That part of her head goes like that, and the rest of her head, it's, you have to ask yourself, why on earth would the Pentagon want to have artificial intelligence doing their press briefing? Wouldn't it be best to have humans and not artificial intelligence? Susan B., hello. I don't know what happened to her, Susan. She used to be really pretty and stuff. No offense, Sabrina.
that conversation.
Has
Has
a readout
that
posted on defense.gov.
exactly about what they spoke about?
We have a readout of their call from Saturday, and
There's her eye again. Let's look at it. Wow. Hey, Al, honey.
from yesterday.
They spoke. But they're
Let's watch your eye, Sabrina.
there are no details as for
I mean, I don't have more details to provide.
Of course, you don't have details to provide because you can't tell what's supposed to be going on. You can't, Sabrina. AI could have totally took over this.
Other than the readout that's online, I don't have the readout in front of me.
there's a level of trust they
What has happened to her? Will the real Sabrina please stand up? There she is. She's standing, but she don't look normal. She really don't look normal.
suppose it may have damaged that relationship.
That's Sabrina. It's like, wow. It doesn't even look like her anymore. It really doesn't at all. It doesn't look like Sabrina Singh at all. Excuse me. It doesn't. He looks normal, I guess. I guess he looks normal, whoever he is.
We have the United States essentially spying on our ally because we're not getting or the United States isn't getting any information that they need to. when you have U.S. forces in the region as far as these attacks. That's the reason of wondering if that relationship is under strain. My more pointed question is, I know that you said that the Pentagon is supporting the FBI investigation. Which part of the Pentagon is supporting that
That's right. We all would notice because we've studied her face so much. We have.
investigation? And how can you be sure, if this was the source of the leak, that that leak has been plugged?
So I'm not going to get into specific.
See, now she looks normal. Now she's normal. When they pull the camera away, she don't look normal.
Specifics on what particular office is supporting the investigation. I can tell you the department is broadly. Of course, we always would work, with our with law enforcement agencies when it comes to investigation pertaining to the department. But I can't get into more specifics about that.
Well, this looks really strange. Let's look at her face. Doesn't that look weird to you? Like right there and over there? That looks really strange on her face. It does.
In terms of you said paraphrasing here, but you said, is the relationship between the United States and Israel under a strain? Look,
Yes, it is. Just go ahead and answer the question, Sabrina, honey.
the secretary continues to speak to Minister Gallant. He spoke to Minister Gallant just yesterday as we were coming home from Italy. I expect more engagements with Minister Gallant to continue in the future. I think they have a very good relationship with each other. They've spoken to each other quite frequently, but I just don't have more to add in terms of these intel leaks. Yes.
Thomas Savelli, military.
Intel leaks. Who is leaking the intelligence, you all? More masculine. She is more masculine.
Can the Pentagon provide any update on hurricane response? Active duty soldiers were called up for recovery. Are they still assisting at this point? And is there any further analysis of damage to DoD installations from those storms?
Thanks for.
Oh, well, we want to know if there is damage from the storms to the DoD, because I'm sure there are. Look at her. Come on, Sabrina, honey, you can do it.
The question, I don't have more to provide than what General Ryder provided on Tuesday, which is that the active duty that we're assisting North Carolina, particularly around Hurricane Helene, their mission is ending and will be back, I think, tomorrow. So
She had to look at her watch and say they'll be back tomorrow.
during that time, they delivered his incredible amount of life-saving aid to folks that needed it most in the North Carolina communities. Again, this is a FEMA-led effort, but of course, we were happy to plug in where we could and provide the resources that we did. But their mission is coming to a close.
One more question. Presidential election right around the corner. Is DoD preparing in any specific ways, whether that's for potential public demonstrations, National Guard response to polling locations, or is U.S. Cyber Command, monitoring election interference, anything like that?
I don't have anything to provide right now in terms of any requests for assistance. In terms of Cyber Command and monitoring elections, I think we always monitor for misinformation. And unfortunately, we continue to see misinformation in the, social media spaces continue to, push false narratives. And so that's something that we always monitor and have called attention to, whether it be from this podium or others in the administration. But I just don't have more to add.
Look at that microphone. It literally starts blending in with her neck. With her neck and the gray on her forehead. It truly is like she's AI, or she is not her normal self at all.
Yes.
Thank
Not her normal self. I wonder if they take the body of Kamala and just put different heads on people. She could have the body of Kamala and have a Sabrina head. She could.
you, Sabrina. So, as you point out, within a week, this is the second joint operation against ISIS in Iraq. In Syria, there have been the same operations. Does it mean that ISIS is reviving and regrouping?
Again, ISIS is not what it was in like from 10 years ago. I think we continue to see ISIS operate within Iraq and Syria, and their footprint has spread to other parts of the world. I don't think that demonstrates necessarily, about their resurgence in Iraq or Syria, but it represents that they still remain a threat, which is why we do these partnered raids with the Iraqi security forces.
Secondly, a quick question. How do you look at the Turkish operations in the north of Syria? Since yesterday, there have been like dozens of security forces killed and civilians.
Well, I think, as you saw in Turkey, what looks like to be a terrorist attack. And of course, on behalf of the department, we express our condolences to the victims and those that were also injured and, their families. But they have a right to hold those people accountable that conducted that attack. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, thanks so much. Regarding the leaks, so General Ryder the other day stated that Aryan Tabay is not a subject of any investigation regarding the leaks. Do you confirm that she is still working as a chief of staff for Christopher May?
So I'm just going to say that there are some names floating around, and neither official is a subject of interest, and the department remains fully committed to supporting the investigation. I'm just not going to go into specifics on personnel and where they're working. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, you got another?
So do you deny that she? Do you confirm whatever the General Ryder said the other day, that she is?
Sabrina, you look really strange now. He's asking her to confirm what General Ryder said. Brigadier General Pat Ryder is the Pentagon Press Secretary. He wants her to confirm that the Brigadier General Pat Ryder, who is a military official and she is a civilian official, he wants her to confirm what the Brigadier General said.
It's not particular because her name is out there. She has been named, so
Yeah, and I think it's really dangerous when a investigation is just a few days in to be putting names out there. Again,
Oh. Did he just say the Pentagon Press Secretary himself, Brigadier General, put a name out there and she said it's not right to be doing that? Did she just say that? Wow. I think she did.
as General Ryder said, and I will say again, neither of the officials whose names are circulating are the subject of interest in this investigation, and we are committed to working with the FBI on this.
just to make it clear and
I don't think I can make it more clear.
the Pentagon is categorically denies that she and confirms that she is not under investigation regarding the leaks.
I think I just said that neither official is a subject of interest.
Thank you.
Yeah, in the back, and then I'll go to Louis.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. I have honored veteran James Bond Stockton here, my teacher for ethics. I want to honor another veteran, Mr. Anderson from the Iraq War, who was my Spanish teacher.
Suggesting that there has been a new leak of documents, or do you know if there's the possibility that there may be additional documents that are released part of this potential?
I'm not aware of any, but it's something that the IC, of course, given this latest alleged leak of classified documents, is going to look into.
And with regards to North Korea, on the trip, the Secretary, when he confirmed the presence of the North Koreans, he also talked about the potential implications for the Indo-Pacific.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through what that means? I mean, potentially, if there are casualties, could this, and South Korea, promising assistance now, or at least suggesting that they might provide assistance to Ukraine. Is that what he's talking about, of the potential tensions between both of those countries and how it would impact the United States?
No, I think what the secretary was referring to is that, if these soldiers from the DPRK do get involved in active combat operations within Ukraine, that is destabilizing to the Indo-Pacific. And of course, that has an impact to our allies, whether it be in Europe or in the Indo-Pacific, particularly the Republic of Korea. As the secretary characterized it, which I think he did a better job than I would, but, if it is the case that DPRK soldiers enter into combat, they would be co-belligerents with Russia, and that is a very serious issue. It's also serious that this does highlight Russia's desperation. And so I think because it highlights Russia's desperation, it also highlights the fact that we have been successful in continuing to arm and support Ukraine with what it needs. And it's not just the department. Of course, we roll out multi-million-dollar packages to Ukraine, but you have other sections of this administration from energy, state, et cetera, that have also supported Ukraine during this time. And I think it also shows that under the secretary's leadership, the UDCG, which convenes monthly, has been incredibly successful in galvanizing the world. So I'll leave it at that.
On North Korea, Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Service has posted a statement publicly saying that as of yesterday, they have detected the movement of North Korean troops into Kursk. Can you provide a comment or any indication if that is an accurate report?
I don't have anything on that report. All I have is what I was able to, what the secretary mentioned yesterday, and I know the White House also did as well, but I don't have anything more on those reports. It's something that we're going to monitor. And as we, have committed, we'll keep you updated on that. Turn to their homes in the north. The dismantling of Hezbollah leadership has implications for the United States, that, you're taking a terrorist off the map. It's our conversations with the Israelis is how you conduct your operations. And that's always been something that we've impressed upon them and continue to do so. You've seen the multiple calls that the secretary has had. Not enough aid is getting into Gaza. That is a huge concern for this administration, and you covered this. You know that we set up a maritime corridor over the summer to surge aid in. That helped. But we know the land crossings are the best way for aid to get in, and you can do that. You can get humanitarian aid in to those who need it most while conducting operations, and that's something that we've impressed upon them from the beginning. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I have to wrap it up for today, but thanks everyone. Have a good one.
She had to wrap it up, you all. That was Sabrina, Pentagon Press Secretary, Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary. Sabrina is a civilian. She was appointed to that position. She was Hillary Clinton's secretary. Then she was Kamala Harris' secretary. She was. I'm just saying. That's right. But this guy right here is the General Pat Ryder. He is a military officer right here. He is in the military and he's not a civilian.
All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Happy looking group today. Have just a few things at the top, and then I'll be happy to take your questions. In a powerful demonstration.
Can you say whether or not the secretary has had any discussions with his counterpart or any other Israeli leaders on this leak and to sort of fill them in on what the U.S. at least as of now thinks happened? And has the Pentagon or the military taken any steps at this point to either determine if there are other leaks out there or to sort of stop or prevent anything additional from going out? And I have one follow-up.
Okay, so just to confirm, you're asking whether or not the department has been in contact with the Israelis?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, we have, but I'm just not going to be able to get into private discussions on that. And then I'm sorry, the second part.
Can you say if it was actually the secretary that spoke with
The secretary has spoken with his counterpart, but again, I'm just not able to get into details on that.
Okay.
He won't say who spoke. He will not say who spoke. Who do you all think is leaking the information, the intelligent leaks about Israel?
This development would mark a dangerous and highly concerning development, but we'll continue to keep you updated on information as we are able to make it available, and of course are consulting with our allies and partners in the region and around the world on this topic. Thank you. Let me go to Mike from Washington Times.
Yeah, who is doing the leaking, the intelligent leaks? I would say that is kind of not nice.
In terms of Israeli retaliation, Iranian counter-retaliation, we've seen this pattern where
Chuck Schumacher?
it's been a matter of weeks before either side would retaliate. Are you expecting that this might be more immediate, in fact, possibly even simultaneous from the Iranians if attacked?
Charlie, I'm not going to speculate or try to predict the future.
But you got to prepare for it.
We prepare for a wide range of contingencies. And so, again, our focus has been on working with partners throughout the region to try to prevent the current tensions from spiraling into a wider conflict. I will say that continues to be our overarching aim, recognizing, again, that Israel faces multiple threats, and we'll do our part to help support their defense. But as far as what Israel may or may not do and Iran may or may not do, I'm just not going to get into speculating or talk about hypotheticals.
For instance, having the THAAD in place before Israel retaliates, does that play into the calculus?
Look, I think the THAAD, as we've highlighted,
Chuck
augments
Schumer.
the defense capability that we already have in the theater. And the context is twice now, Iran has conducted massive missile and drone barrages against Iran. So this augments the air defense capability that we have in the region, as well as provides additional protection for our forces and
That's
our American
right,
citizens
Susan.
who are in the Middle East. Last question, Matt.
So a quick follow-up on that partnered operation in Iraq. Did you have any battle damage assessment on ISIS, and were there any American or partnered force casualties that you're aware of?
So the mission analysis is ongoing. We do have reports of 2 U.S. service members that were injured. I don't have more to provide at this time, Matt. My understanding is that both of them are in stable condition being treated for their injuries, but certainly we'll have more to provide on that as it becomes available. Yeah.
Where are they being treated?
Again, that's the information I have right now. We'll keep you updated on that front. Okay. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
He appreciates it. Brigadier General Pat Ryder. Look at the lady's face back there. It's not normal. She's looking on her phone. Everybody's always looking on their phone. It doesn't look real. His uniform is blending in with the curtain. They're leaving. They all are leaving, you all. That's the Pentagon Press Briefing with the military official. And Sabrina was, let's look at Sabrina. Sabrina, honey. Sabrina Singh. Sabrina Singh. And Clinton. This is Sabrina. This is Sabrina. She's an Indian American Sabrina. Ex-Booker staffer Sabrina Singh heads to the White House. Let's just see, she was put in there. Let's see what they say about her. There's Sabrina. And Kamala is supposed to be an Indian also. I don't know who Booker presidential campaign is. She will serve as the deputy press secretary to the vice president, the Biden-Harris transition team. See, that's what happened. Singh served as Kamala Harris spokesperson during the general election. I don't remember that. Do you? She served as that. She was trailblazing for Kamala Harris. And it doesn't end here, in there. In 2016, she was the regional communications director for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Yeah, she was. Central casting. She was it. She is. They asked, what is her height? What height is Sabrina? Sabrina, what? Look at this. Sabrina 25 is exactly 5 feet tall. Oh, this must be this other Sabrina. We're talking about this, the different Sabrina. We are talking about, oh, what is this? Sabrina Singh, Mike Bloomberg, misconception. Mike Bloomberg, misconception. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm going to do something rather than just talk about it. Oh. An American administrator. Born in 1988, is an American administrator who served as the deputy Pentagon press secretary in the Department of Defense since 2022. I'm done. I'm done. I'm all done about it. I am. She's giving me a hot flash. And this, look, I don't know if this is the same one right here. It kind of does look like the same one. But is it the same one? I don't know. I really don't know. She got a white nose. I don't know. This is a different Sabrina. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. But all I know is it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, you can look at all her pictures. Sabrina Singh. Sabrina Singh and Kamala? I want to see that. I really do. She's so young. She was her press secretary. Look how young she looks there. It doesn't look like the same one. The lips are totally different. It does not look like the same one. Is that Kamala or is that her? Who is this? We gotta figure out who is that. Let me see that. I don't know if Sabrina Singh, Kamala Harris's press secretary, who has worked 2 U.S. presidential campaigns, the first person of Indian origin. She's from India to be appointed as a press secretary to the U.S. vice president nominee. Oh. Well, I don't know. I can't find that picture. I really just can't find it. That's okay. I'm going to go. So thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You're out of here. Yeah, you are. You truly are. Yeah, that's right. I just happened to look down and there you are. And there they are. Both of them. It's okay. Yeah, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, you all. It's evening. It's 7:09. The day has just yeah.